Well, we're tracking a controversial measure that could eventually affect every American who owns a car. Beginning in 2015, it will require all new cars to be fitted with a black box data recorder, much like the devices that are in airplanes right now. So what does this mean for your civil liberties? We wanted to ask our senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano, who gets to be face-to-face today, not in another studio.
What a pleasure to be here with
you,
Jenna,
nice to have you with
instead of down
Judge.
in the basement.
We decided to upgrade you.
Thank you.
Just for today.
I hope I am worthy of it.
We'll see how it goes, Judge.
All right.
So if black boxes are in planes, what's the big deal about having them in cars?
Well, it's very interesting that the Congress would try to do this because the police in the District of Columbia and Maryland did this not too long ago, where they put GPS devices on people's cars without search warrants, and the Supreme Court invalidated it, saying it's an unlawful search, that quite frankly it's none of the government's business where the car is going, and if the police want to know where the car is going, there has to be some evidence of criminality and they have to get a search warrant. Now, the Supreme Court didn't make this up out of thin air. It's in the Constitution. The police just can't investigate whoever they want on a whim or follow whoever they want because they like following the person. There has to be some evidence of wrongdoing on the part of the person they're following.
Well, as we understand the legislation, it was a part of a transportation bill that is not part of the House bill, and it gets too much in the weeds to really go into it, other than it has been a proposal that has made its way in some way through Congress. But one of the parts of the legislation would be that it's my property. So if I own the car, I own the black box. So it's my property. It's not the police.
But the police would be able to obtain the information inside the property using electronic means. Now, question, can the police aim a beam at your car and extract information from it? Can they aim a beam at your house and extract information from it? The Supreme Court ruled on that last year, and it said no. So this legislation flies in the face of what the Supreme Court has just ruled to protect our privacy. Now, the legislation has not yet been signed by the President. It isn't even, as you say, in final form yet. But the American public should be aware of what the government is trying to do to our privacy.
It's interesting. It came up post what happened with the Toyota incident, where people were thinking that their brakes were getting stuck in their Toyotas. And so that's where this thinking of the black boxes in cars
Let me tell you one good thing about this, even though I oppose it staunchly. It will demonstrate how fast you were going. So if the police say you were going 45 in a 35 and the box says you were going 35, you win that case.
Interesting. So, okay, we'll see. It's not, again, as you pointed out, not in final form.